Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider shed with another cider to try. And I'm carrying on with the industrial stuff. I mean, yeah, okay, industrial stuff. Bigger producers, let's say. Kind of gone off on one now. I've gone down a rabbit hole. I'm trying to find what good stuff is out there that's made on a larger scale. And yesterday, with the Black Fox from Dunkerton's, I think we found one. I enjoyed that cider. Enjoyed it. I thought it was a tad too sweet. I thought you could have got more of that sort of cider apple expression with a little less sugar. I like sugar, but I thought a little less would have made it even better. But the nose was great. I mean, I really liked it. It's a good cider. Good cider. I would drink it, no problem. No problem. And I did drink it, no problem. So what have we got today? Well, something quite different, actually. It's Italian. And you've probably seen this around. I got it at Sainsbury's, I think, again. And there it is. Look at that. Look at this fancy Italian bottle. So, Angioletti, I believe that is pronounced, Reserva, Italian cider, craft Italian cider, 6.8%. It's the same strength as the Dunkerton's from last night. What does it say on the back? Anything at all, made from 100% Italian apple juice, no concentrate. Suitable for vegans and vegetarians. 6.8, contains sulfites. That's it. That's it. But I do know, I don't know where I saw it, but I do know. So it's made using, well, it said the Prosecco method is what they said. I can't remember where I saw it. But that's basically the Italian method, or the Charmat method, or the tank method, I think it's the most common name for it. But all those names apply. It's basically sort of like an industrialised version of the champagne method, the traditional method. But rather than having it in a bottle, you have it in a tank. So you make a base wine, you put it in a big tank with sugar and yeast, and it ferments in the tank, and the pressure builds in the tank, same as it would in a bottle. Then rather than disgorging, where they freeze the neck and take the crown cap off with champagne method, they pump it out of the tank under pressure through a filter. So that's how you get rid of the stuff that you would disgorge, and put it into a bottle, still under pressure, with some yeast and dosage, some bit of sugar, pop a cork in or whatever, and Bob's your uncle. That's it. That's how you do it. So it's like an industrialised version of the champagne method, basically. So it doesn't mean it's good or anything. That's just the way they happen to do it. So let's open it up and see what we think. Okay. There we go. Decent fizz. I expect it to be quite fizzy. I mean, if they're mentioning Prosecco when they're talking about production, one expects it to have a reasonable level of fizz. Look at that clean glass. We're getting some clean glasses, aren't we, at the moment? Yes, Chris. Glad you noticed. So there you go. Yep, look at the bubbles in that. I mean, if you were given that blind, you would say that was a glass of, Prosecco. It's as light as a Prosecco, if not lighter. Didn't say anything about the apple varietals. I'm going to assume these are dessert and culinary apples. It's going to be a wine yeast of some description. These are all my guesses. I'd be interested to see how sweet it is and how it's sweetened, if it's back sweetened or what. Don't know. Pasteurised, sweetened and pasteurised. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to these questions. So there you go. You can see that. Light, very, very, very pale gold, that is. Very pale gold. I mean, barely gold, I would say. I think I can smell it already. Let's give it a swirl and a sniff. Okay, it smells like it's going to be sweet. I mean, it makes me think of like an off-dry, semi-sweet Italian wine, like Moscato d'Asti or something like that. It's what it's making me think of. I mean, it's fizzier than a Moscato d'Asti, but I mean, there's apple in there, which definitely sort of culinary, but there is kind of like almost like an icing sugar sweetness just lingering in the background. Yeah, like fresh, quite green apple, and sort of like an icing sugar character. That's what I'm getting on the nose. So really, really bubbly. Really bubbly. And pretty sweet. And it does taste a bit like icing sugar. It does. I mean, the apple, I have to say, the nose transfers to the palate, and it's pretty much, that's what you get, So many times what you smell and then what you get, it's like, wow, there's like a disconnect, and often that's great. It's like, wow, there's so many different things going on that I couldn't get on the nose. This tastes like I would have guessed it was going to taste. And it is quite sweet. And it is like a childlike, bubblegummy kind of icing sugar kind of sweetness as well. Quite a lot of melon, that watermelon character I got there on the nose as well, actually. Like the rind, melon rind. Okay, it does not feel 6.8%. Again, I don't know why it's 6.8%. It's a waste of alcohol. It's a waste of sugar converting into alcohol, because it just doesn't feel like it's that strong. I don't know why they're doing it. I think maybe people, they think people look at when they don't know what to go on. One of the things they'll look at as a criteria is the alcohol, and higher alcohol means better for most people. People actually do think that. I go the other way. I think lower is better. If you get a great beverage which is lower in alcohol, amazing. You know, some of the Riesings you can get which are low in alcohol, fantastic, absolutely awesome. You know, I used to do like double IPAs. Don't like them anymore. This is too much. Give me an American Pale Ale if you want something hoppy. It's got more balance and stuff, you know, or just a straight IPA, something like that. You know, I think big alcohol, it's often questionable why people do it. I read things, especially in something like this, where it just doesn't taste like it's that strong. So it's just going to get you drunk, unwittingly drunk, because you're not going to realise, you know, how strong it is when you drink it. Sorry, but it bugs me a bit. It almost feels irresponsible to me, you know. Anyway, an alcohol pop. That's kind of what this is. It's an alcohol pop. There is some acidity in there. It does feel more kind of like citric, malic. Not enough to balance that sweetness for me, because the sweetness doesn't feel like a real sweetness. It feels like a fake sweetness. Yeah, this ain't no Dunkerton's Black Fox, that's for sure. Or any of the stuff I sell, actually, for sure. I mean, take your pick. It ain't that, you know. It ain't that. It ain't that. It ain't that. You know, none of those things. You know. Oh well. I'm going to struggle to drink all this as well. I really am. I didn't pour out very much, and it is quite sweet. And I've got a sweet tooth. That tells you something about the kind of sweetness this has. All right, guys, there you go. If you want to find out if you agree or disagree with me, go out and get it. It's readily available. Angioletti Sparkling Cider Reserva, available in, well, Sainsbury's, I think, and probably loads of other places as well. So there you go. You won't be able to miss it, because look at that fancy bottle. Right then. Okay, guys, as always, thank you for joining me. I hope you join me again. I hope, if it isn't Saturday yet, after 7:30 p.m, the 10th of April, that you've joined me for the cheese and cider tasting I'm going to do with Ned Palmer. You know, well, I'll see you then, hopefully. But actually, I'm going to download that and make it available to watch after the fact as well. You know, it's a Saturday night. People have got loads of things to do, but it'd be nice for people to get the chance to listen to that conversation, because I'm looking forward to it. All right. So thank you for joining me. Please do join me again. But until then, cheers.